Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, and this is Disney Animated. Now let's talk about Teen AP69, which is going to be Disenchanted. It will follow the story of Giselle 14 years after the events of Enchanted. Yes, you heard that right. We are getting a sequel to Enchanted almost 10 years later. The original movie was released back in 2007 and starred Amy Adams as Giselle, a young woman who falls in love with a man named Robert, played by Patrick Dempsey. But they can't be together because Giselle is from a magical fairy tale land called Andalasia, and Robert lives in the real world. Of course, there were plenty of obstacles that tested their love, but ultimately they did end up together. So here is everything you need to know about the upcoming movie. Alright, so just like the last one, Disenchanted is going to be a musical comedy fantasy film, probably aimed at kids and families like the last one. But if you haven't seen the original Enchanted, don't worry, it's not a kids' movie. There is so much for adults to enjoy as well. It's witty, funny, clever, fast-paced, the songs are great, amazing visuals and special effects. It's also got a lot of heart, so it's definitely a feel-good movie. Plus, we get to see Amy Adams return to one of her most iconic roles. Also returning is Idina Menzel, who played the evil Queen Nerissa in the first movie. She will reprise her role in this one too, but it's unclear what her role will be in the sequel. Director Adam Shankman has said that he hopes to begin filming in the summer of 2021, and that both Amy and Idina have been confirmed to return. They're currently looking for other actors to join them. Now, in case you missed the news, earlier this year, Patti Lopez has joined the cast. Patti is set to play a new character named Malvina, described as a modern-day witch who may be the main antagonist of the film. James Marsden is also in talks to reprise his role as Prince Edward, although his involvement in the project is unknown. The script is being written by Crazy Rich Asians director John M.C. Chu, and he has also been attached to direct the film. Disney is currently in negotiations with him to helm Disenchanted. So those are the latest updates regarding the cast. So what can we expect from the sequel? Well, Enchanted was based on the story of Cinderella, so it would only make sense that Disenchanted would be based on the story of Snow White, seeing as how the evil queen was the main villain in the first movie and all. Plus, we have Patti Lopez on board who could easily rock the role of a wicked stepmother. And since the movie is titled Disenchanted, it's safe to say that this whole Snow White connection is actually a big part of the plot. Here's what we know so far. The story is set several years after the events of the first movie. We will find Giselle now living in the suburbs with her true love Robert and their teenage daughter Morgan. But clearly, it won't be a happily ever after for the royal couple. As Giselle says in the trailer, life is no longer a perfect storybook. Responsibilities, noise, and endless chores make her long for the magic of Andalasia again. She wishes for a happily ever after, so she waves her wand and turns their ordinary town into a fairy tale kingdom. At first, everything sparkles with magic and song. Robert is delighted, Morgan not so much. Their neighbors are transformed into Fairytale creatures, and suddenly they're living in a real-life version of Giselle's favorite storybook. But then the spell starts to go awry, and slowly but surely, Giselle herself begins to transform into the wicked stepmother of the story. While their world begins to crumble into chaos, Giselle must fight against the darkness inside her and race to break the spell before midnight and erase their real lives forever. In the end, she learns that happily ever after is not about magic or perfect castles or handsome princes or even witty talking trees. Happily ever after is about the people you love and the people who love you back. It's your family. It's your friends. It's home. It's all of that combined. And that's what makes it happily ever after. The movie looks like it's gonna be pretty dark and different from their previous movies. The tone looks darker, more sinister, more like a real Snow White adaptation than their previous stuff. Like, look at this shot of Patty Lopez's character as an old hag. Just listen to these lyrics. Once upon a time, it was all a fairy tale. Now it's all falling apart. There's a darkness growing in me. I wish that I could let it go, but this darkness is my only friend. It's the only thing that's real. You were all a fairy tale. You were a dream. All I have now is this wicked queen. And by the way, does anyone else think that's kind of a foreshadowing? I'm super excited to see how this movie turns out. I thought the original Enchanted was a fantastic movie, so I'm really curious to see where they'll take the story. Enchanted worked as both a great movie for kids and for adults, so I hope this movie does the same. Also, I cannot wait to see Patty Lopez as the main villain. I mean, she is a phenomenal actress and singer, and she is so underrated. She's actually been a Disney villain before. Did you know that Patty originated the role of the stepsister in the stage production of Into the Woods? She left the show after a year to star in the off-Broadway production of Wonderland, Alice's Adventures Underground. In 2016, she was nominated for a Drama Desk Award and an Outer Critics Circle Award for her performance as Nettie Fowler in the Broadway revival of 110 in the Shade. After that, she went on to star as the lead in NBC Sis, Jesus Christ Superstar Live in Concert, and in the Netflix series, A Series of Unfortunate Events. She also had a recurring role on Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story, Apocalypse. Most recently, Patty starred as Elphaba in the touring company of Wicked and made history when she became the first actress to originate the role understudy standby and then swing, meaning she understudied all three witches and was able to perform any of the three roles on any given performance, making her the only actress to ever do that. So what do you guys think about Disenchanted? Are you excited? Do you think the sequel will live up to the original? Let us know your thoughts below. And remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. I've been your host. This has been Disney Animated, and I'll see you guys next time.